morning, welcome back to the channel. Well, this doesn't look like the coast, does it? I know I said in my previous video that we'll be going to the coast, but anyway, just things didn't work out, so we didn't make it. But still, so we're in another woodland, which I'm surrounded by woodlands where I live, so there's quite a lot of opportunities around here. But I've never been up this side of the woods before, and we were over that side in my last video, down in a silver birch woodland this way, in the east. Now we're on the west side and heading towards the Kimmin, a place called the Kimmin in Monmouth. And it's a beautiful area. I've just come up through a field, farmer's field here full of sheep. And I didn't realise there was this tiny patch of woodland right at the top of the field. And it's got some really interesting shapes and trees, beech trees, silver birch trees, and some oak trees. And it's really nice, and it's got lots of mossy rocks all over the ground here. And I really think there's a picture. There must be a picture here. It's not as overcast as it has been for the last 3 weeks today, so it's quite nice for a change. As you can see, the sun's sort of just breaking through a little bit. So it's casting some really nice side lighting here. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and work this area a little bit and see if I can find a picture, because I really think there is one. In a small area, and this is quite a small area, I literally just dump the bag at the side somewhere and get the camera out, but it's on the bag. I'm just using my phone, just wandering around trying to find sort of a nice composition of so many trees here. I'm just working this area here because I feel it's got a lot of potential. It's got some isolated trees, as you can see in the background there's a nice oak tree there, and I might try and make that work. And I really like this oak tree here. And really nice expanse like the open field over there. So I think I'm going to work this area a little bit more and see if I can find something here, because I think it's got a lot of potential. I think I said I think quite a lot then. So I'm set up. I just like to put a polarizer on the front of the lens, because in the foreground here, these rocks, the mossy rocks and the leaves are quite wet, and as the sun's coming straight through the middle of the scene now and illuminating that sort of mid-ground area of my shot, the leaves are, you get a lot of sort of reflection of the light back off the leaves. So the polarizer just cuts that off, so it's slightly polarized. Yeah. It's looking quite nice. It's a really high contrast scene here because I'm shooting towards the sun, even though it's off to the right hand side of the frame and not in frame, but it's such a high contrast scene, so I'm going to have to bracket the shot. And I've gone for 1 1/3 stops above and below my set exposure, which I'll talk you through now. I'll just bring you over there. Yeah, and we're shooting at f/16, and that's an exposure time of 1.3 seconds at ISO 100. And yeah, I'll stick it up on the screen now. Okay, so I think I found another one here, which is quite nice. We've just been shooting in that direction on the previous picture, but I've just turned around and we can see this really nice oak tree here that's just isolated here. And there's lots of rocks dotted around in the midground of my composition. And what attracted me first was this really big rock in the centre. And I've got this positioned slap bang in the centre, but it's leading down into the bottom third of my frame. And this edge of the rock here is pointing in from the left of the frame and the edge of that face of that rock there is pointing in from the bottom right hand side, and they sort of lead up to this main gully, which then leads you up through the rocks in the midground to the isolated oak tree, and then in the far left of the composition, top left, it's just an open space, which I think it should balance it quite well, because this main rock there is really dominant. So the nice bright sky with that sort of golden glow from the sun that's coming in now, I think it'll work. It's looking quite nice on the back of the camera, but again, you can't really tell until you get it on big screen. Similar settings to the previous shot. I've got a polarizer on the front, just taking some glare off of these wet rocks and leaves, and we're bracketing the shot again because the dynamic range is massive here. So we're at 2.2 seconds and f16 ISO 100, focusing on the oak tree, and then I'll do another series of shots focused on these rocks here, which should be perfect to focus stack those then in Photoshop once the edit's done. But yeah, if it's any good, I'll stick it up on the screen. Thank you to you guys for watching, and please do consider subscribing if you like this video, and if you like any of the content I'm producing. It's great fun. I enjoy it, and let me know if you like me explaining through the idea or the thought behind the composition, and the lines I'm looking for and different things like that. Just let me know in the comments what you think, and please do consider subscribing and give the video a like, because that does massively help the channel. But yeah, one day we will get to the coast. Hopefully the next video will be at the coast, but we'll see how things go. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching again, and till the next one, take care.